What's going on? Yeah. Okay, I gotta remember to look over here. God, this always fries my brain. Kent, my man Kent. We're gonna make it happen. You know what? That light is killing me. Hang on. Yep, that's how we do it. It's a little better. I don't know why they didn't make these with like a shade. Shit. Come on. Everything's fucked. Here's the thing. Why didn't they make that vent like black? Why would you make it translucent like a clear? First of all, it lights up the room. If you're sound asleep on a trip, all of a sudden the room's like as the sun comes up, wake your ass up. Nobody likes that. You know, I don't. So that's why I did that with those things. I cut those damn things out. Kyle looking at my butt, apparently. Thank you. That is very, very sweet. I have always had a nice, tight ass. And I credit that to the running and the weightlifting over the years. At 50 years old, I got a fat ass. There's a lot of... Kenny, we'll talk about my mom after I'm done talking about my ass. Now, I mean, we got to prioritize here, Kenny. Jeez. God. My ass is quite thick from the years of glute training. And I've been told by many people that I got a nice, tight ass, men and women. In fact, 2 examples. I used to be a homophobe, and I told this story on the radio. I really showed my ass back in the day. I was on GRD. You know what? I should officially start the show, and then I'll talk about my fat ass. I love talking about me. Hang on. Fat ass talk, yeah, fat ass talk.
Powered by the Zaniacs, this is the Eric Zane Show podcast.
What's going on? Thank you, Christy Wagner, ChristyWagnerVO.com. She is the voice there. As we do the show from the Mobile Back Alley Comedy Club studio, smack dab in the middle of the war zone of Madison Heights, Michigan. If you are not aware, this is the parking lot of the hospital that my mother is at right now as she recovers from pneumonia. We'll talk about her health in just a bit. Now, back back to my nice, tight, fat ass. There was a time when I was getting into the car at Meijer, the grocery store, putting my groceries into the trunk, and then a guy pulled up and wanted to put his hot dog into my trunk because the man said, "Hey," and I turned around. He was in his car. He stopped. He rolled down his window. I shit you not. He goes, "You got a nice ass." And I turned around and looked at him. He goes, "I'm serious. You got a nice ass." Now, I'm assuming he was gay. Because if you make somebody who's a heterosexual stop his car to tell you got a man, he's got a nice ass, you must really have a great ass. You only got a good ass if a gay man stops and tells you that, you know? So, I didn't know what to think about that because I was kind of a knuckle-dragging moron at the time, and I was, oh my God. And so I went to the radio station the next day and made a big deal because a man told a man that he has a nice ass. So I revealed, even though I didn't plan on doing that, I outed myself as being a huge discriminatory homophobe. And then I had a moment where I was like, yeah, you know what? I guess I am. Man, this angle is making me look fat in the chin, and I hate it. So that was like terrible. And then I was like, all right, I got to change my ways. I got to weed that out of my brain. And then I was running with the running group from Striders, and I think her name is Karen. She's a Karen. Karen was running behind me, and she said, "Hey, Zane, you know what? What is it, Karen? You got a nice ass. It's got some serious, like, to it. I mean, it's a strong, thick, nothing hanging ass." And I'm like, well, shit, yeah, Karen, thank you. I appreciate that. Now, she didn't want to toss my salad or anything, but she's just that type of person that will say to you, "You got a nice ass," to a guy. I don't know if she does it to a girl. I have no idea. I just said, "Hey, look at my fat chin hanging down," which is the bad angle. I don't really have a bad chin. This is a terrible angle. Amanda weighs in with her. She works for the company that sells dildos and shit. She goes, "I got some cream to help your fat chin." What the fuck? No, I don't want your sex cream, okay? Just go peddle it somewhere else. If you want to buy an ad package, I'll tell everybody about your dumb sex chin cream all day long. Okay? I'm kidding. I appreciate the help. As I talked about being here in the parking lot where my mother is, Kenny said, "How's Mom?" If I did touch on it on the freebie, that Mom is coming along. I will say that she's feeling a little better, and she's going to be released today, actually. What's interesting. So she's going to be released from the hospital today, but she's going to an inpatient rehab facility where she's going to have to build her strength up. That is in the works. That is today. So when I get done with this, I'll be heading up there. If you didn't hear on the freebie, I completely screwed up, man, and did not bring my recording device, my computer, my laptop for everything you hear here. That's why I made this free for everybody today, so that more people could be exposed to it. And because I feel like an asshole for forgetting my computer, I will be able to present it to you in just audio form when I get back. So be some binge listening in order. My apologies. All right. As we get going on the Patreon, this story, you've heard about video games, taking up all these kids' time, and I get it. I understand. I don't understand some of this government overreach going on right now, but in Canada, they are saying that Fortnite is as addictive to kids as, and now, cocaine. Shut up. No, it's not. Has anybody in Canada ever even done cocaine? Come on. They are, I love it when governments and organizations try to ruin people's lives and industries. About like this is actually going to be good for the Fortnite game because it's more attention to them. Not that everybody's already playing it anyway, but these idiots in Canada are on the warpath saying that you got to stop because it's as bad, it's as addictive as cocaine, which is just a hunk of shit. The CBC reports the Montreal law firm Calex Legal is trying to get a class action lawsuit authorized against Epic Games. So they're getting all these asshole physicians to weigh in and say, yeah, it's just like being addicted to cocaine, in order for them to have a huge class action lawsuit. This is a skeezy thing by these lawyers and absolutely unacceptable. You know how many people have built that game to make it what it is? It's not like this is an easy thing. You get a lot of people that spend a lot of their time getting educated on how to make games and design and various computer skills, and then they make it, and now everybody tries to attack them and ruin them. It's kind of like the vape industry, all that bullshit. The legal notice is filed on behalf of two parents for kids aged 10 and 15. They say that it releases dopamine into the brain of vulnerable kids who can become dependent on playing. Here's a clue, you fucking asshole parents. How about you, commit to being a parent, and if this is true that your kids are doing something that's not good for them, take it away. Be a parent. Can you imagine if here in the parking lot they can hear me through the walls of my FEMA trailer, the parking lot here at this hospital? I'm screaming at the top of my lungs like an animal. A lawyer at the firm told the CBC the game's massive success is built on research and development aimed at creating an addictive game. And they're claiming, get this, these attorneys are claiming that Epic Games actually hired psychologists in an attempt to make the game as addictive as possible. What? So the suggestion is Epic said, all right, we can do one of two things. We can just make a great game that everybody's going to love, or we can really go for the jugular and hire clinical psychologists to make sure that we're doing all the right things to get kids addicted to it so that it's like giving up cocaine. Come on, psychologists. This is our team of psychologists. First of all, what fucking medical professional is going to agree to that? And that is quite a claim. If I'm Epic Games, I turn around and go, fuck you, prove it. Prove that we have psychologists on staff, that their job is to get kids addicted to the game, you dumb son of a bitch. The lawsuit is based on a 2015 ruling, get this, that indicated that tobacco companies didn't warn consumers about the dangers of smoking. So these attorneys of this law firm have taken it upon themselves to take a lawsuit against the tobacco industry to turn the video game industry on its ear and put them on their heels and try to get a ton of money from them. That's sick. This is a skeezy, slimy thing to do. Now, I will say, full disclosure, in 2018, the World Health Organization classified video game addiction as a disease. Now, they say that. I don't believe that, but they say this is a disease. And I always struggled with the nomenclature there, with the terminology of, hey, you have a disease. It's you're addicted to a video game. It's a disease. People say that about alcoholism too, and I've always kind of shrieked at that. I was like, I don't think I do have a disease because I can easily just shut my disease off like I did with my will. So unless you can, I can't say, I don't have cancer anymore. That's a disease. AIDS is a disease. It's just my layman's opinion that I don't have a disease when people say I have alcoholism. I just cringe at that. It might be true, I don't know, but I personally don't believe it. If a person has the ability to, in free will, to shut off what is causing the disease, how is that a disease? You know? It's just weird. It's just me. Anyway, World Health Organization says, yeah, you got a disease, man. You got a disease. Attorneys in the lawsuit argue Epic has a responsibility to warn users of something that is dangerously addictive. So they have to put a warning, say, if you play this game, you run the risk of being addicted to this. Opinion, that's a good reason to play it. It's so good, you're going to get addicted. That's awesome. All right. Next up, let's update you on the story about the lady that keyed the Tesla. Do you remember this fat piece of shit that was standing around and she walked up to the Tesla?
10 cameras and a Tesla recorded a woman keying that car, and now she is facing felony charges after turning herself in.
Yes.
Maria Elena Gimeno turned herself into police in Broomfield late last night. She's accused of using a key to leave a long scratch down the driver's side of that Tesla while it was parked at Legacy High School. The damage to that vehicle is estimated at $2,000 at Legacy High School. The damage to that vehicle is estimated at $2,000, so that means this charge is a felony, criminal mischief.
Yep, there you go. So this is great. This stupid idiot, for some reason, she decided to key this guy's car, and no one could come up with a reason as to why she did it. He doesn't know her. He was parked in the lines, and the only thing that people came up with is she's there's some rich F has this car. I'm going to show him because I don't have shit, and I'm an asshole. So I'm going to go key this guy's car that he worked hard to own. So here you go. And the thing is about the Tesla, God bless Elon Musk, the greatest inventor of our generation. He's got cameras all over the damn car. So this fat-ass pig comes walking up with her big, floppy, braless titties bouncing underneath some stupid salty dog T-shirt and runs the damn key across the car and scratches the shit out of it, and it's on camera. Holy crap. So she is in deep, deep trouble. Good. Thank God. Hey, I just saw a comment on the live video. Anybody else having connection issues? You got to understand, we're in a skeleton environment here, and I'm running completely on tech that is a little bit janky. So I'm doing my best, but if it acts a little weird, herp derp, that's what's going on, just so you know. So this is a big deal for this lady. She's going to be, I don't know if she's going to end up getting prison time. I doubt that, but still. I mean, how would you like to be all over the news and now her mugshot is there just because she decided to go after some guy's car because he's got a nice car? What a stupid ass. Next up, Justin Bieber, I just read this, is having a problem with folks at PETA. Now, it's not like I listen to any of Justin Bieber's music, but he has a problem with the people for the ethical treatment of animals, because what these people do is they see people who are famous and they have a anything but a pure breed, or they have like a pure breed animal or a rare breed, and they go after them and they criticize them. In fact, I think that some of the hardcore PETA folks don't think that any of us should have puppy dogs or kitty cats or anything like that. As you know, they think that we should be coexisting with animals, and they should never be killed, any of them. That is a hard and fast rule of those folks. So they basically just go after big targets and hope to get people of like-minded viewpoints to support them and pay them money. It's a big money-making scam. I doubt they're even concerned about any animals in any way, shape, or form. Maybe they are. Maybe they're that crazy. But Bieber has some rare-ass cat, it looks like 2 part exotic kittens. They are Savannah kittens. They are a cross between domestic cats and something known as a serval. Servals, servals, which are a type of African wildcat. So he posted it on his Instagram story, and PETA got all in his shit about it because Bieber has these cats. So Bieber responded. He called him out, saying, PETA, go focus on real problems like poaching and animal brutality. You're tripping because I want a specific kind of cat. You weren't tripping when I got my dog Oscar, and he wasn't a rescue, he wrote. Boy, he's really bad at trash talk. I either would have said nothing or just said, fuck off. I'm going to go kill these cats now because you were, I'm going to go kill a cat for every vowel you use in your attacks on me. And, of course, not kill a cat, but still just say it. Bieber added that while he believes in adopting rescues, he also thinks you should be able to go to breeders if you have a preference. PETA, go help with all the plastic in the ocean and leave my beautiful cats alone, he concluded. His response came after PETA's senior vice president, Lisa Lang, released a statement to people claiming Bieber was fueling a dangerous demand for hybrid cats and that he doesn't care about helping animals. On Friday, that kook, Ingrid Newkirk, who's the president, responded to Bieber's Instagram story in a statement saying, sorry, Justin, but you must think more deeply about this issue. When millions of animals are losing their lives every year, because not enough people adopt, choosing instead to shop. The animal overpopulation crisis is a real problem. That's what sucks. Bieber bought the 2 kittens named Sushi and Tuna ahead of his second wedding to Haley. The kittens already have their own Instagram account run by Bieber. Yeah, fuck off, Newkirk, you crazy bitch. Who the fuck do you think you are telling people what they can and can't own? They're nuts. And in fact, there was some local bitch who followed me on Facebook who I unfriended. Her first name was Kathy, who was a friend of the folks at Lovin' Pups, and I want to smack the taste out of her mouth after this crazy bitch went after me. As you know, I have 2 rescues, and I have 2 pure breeds, an English and a French bulldog. And when this sick bitch saw that I got Bruce, She posts some long horseshit diatribe, and she doesn't work for Love and Pups anymore. She's probably kicked out because she's too much of an asshole. A long-winded, no, this is not right. You cannot do this. And I'm like, bitch, shut the fuck up. What the fuck is wrong with you? I hate people that try to tell you what the fuck you can own and what dog you can have and what you can eat. Go to hell. What is wrong with you, you sick animal? So hats off to the Beebs. He's got to work on his shit talk there with all that silliness. More obscenities. How about this dummy? Let me read you the headline. Texas groom robs bank day before wedding to pay for ring and venue, police say. All right, here's your bill for the wedding. How are you going to pay for it? Oh, I don't know. I better go rob a bank. Oh, my God. The dude robbed the bank the day before his wedding to pay for the fiance's ring and the cost of the venue. So you know that the Chuck E. Cheese bill was probably at least 50 or 60 bucks. And, at the pawn shop, he must have paid exactly $100 for that ring. Heath Bumpus. Of course this guy's name is Heath Bumpus. Let's start with the name Bumpus. Bumpus just sounds like a kind of a dopey, ignorant moron who just kind of bounces around from job to job. Hey, Bumpus, wake up. And his first name of Heath, I really struggle with the name Heath. It just sounds like nothing impactful in any way. I don't know what it originates from, but if you're named after a candy bar, Heath Bumpus. I know another Heath who actually is a pretty upstanding individual, and he's not doing well by that name. You need to be a fat piece of shit if your name is Heath, in my opinion. Well, anyway, Bumpus is from Crockett, Texas, about 120 miles north of Houston. He robbed the bank on Friday, and Bumpus, 36 years old, provided a full confession to police and is being charged with robbery. He went into the local bank indicating he had a weapon and demanded money. My God, I cannot believe the day before his wedding, he's so hard up. He's going to rob a bank. How do you think that's going to be work out? First of all, you have to read your name out loud before you go into a bank to rob it, and read that you are a Heath Bumpus. So you are stupid, and you need to accept that you are stupid. And if you don't, you're going to go in and rob that bank. But Heath Bumpus, there was no stopping him. He was given the cash. He left with the stolen cash. He it says, drove down dirt and forest service roads when he got a call from his fiancée. His fiancée called him as he's in the getaway car driving away. The two were supposed to get married Saturday. His fiancée said, look, your video, your face is all over the internet and the news. There's still images of you at the bank, and I'm looking at it right now. What the fuck are you doing, Heath? So she knows before he even says anything or he even admits to anything with her. He's still driving the getaway car, and she comes. She goes, Heath, motherfucker, what are you doing? She saw the surveillance stills of her husband-to-be robbing the bank that police had posted on Facebook. After some discussion, the fiancé was able to persuade our wayward Heath Bumpus to turn himself in. He did. He turned himself in. He's going to probably get shot otherwise, and he confessed to cops. He basically stated he was getting married tomorrow. He didn't have enough money for the wedding ring he wanted to buy, and he needed to pay for the wedding venue, Wallace said. My God, how sad is this? You're getting married the next day. You don't even have a ring. Something tells me you're not quite ready for marriage, Heath Bumpus. If you don't even have the ring the day before the wedding. This is terribly sad if you peel back the layers of it. I mean, there's some comedy to it, yeah, but it's also pretty fucking disgusting. Now, the sheriff said his team recovered most of the stolen loot, and they thanked the Mrs. Bumpus-to-be for helping out. Bumpus was still in police custody as of Monday morning. He's been transferred to another jail. Of course, the wedding, which was scheduled for Saturday, did not happen. Bullet dodge for the future Mrs. Bumpus. The Bumpus has not been able to have visitors since his arrest. His fiancée declined comment. She's not really going to marry him now, right? I mean, seriously, how'd you like to be the fiancé's father? I mean, the guy looks like a piece of garbage to begin with, and that means that your daughter would then be Mrs. Bumpus, and God, you don't want that. You don't want them making a bunch of little Bumpuses, a bunch of kids who no doubt are going to have their eyes too far ahead or too far apart, probably have fetal alcohol syndrome, stumble around because they only got 1 foot. Knees don't work. It's all one leg fused together at the knee joint because of birth defects from Bumpus seed. You can't have that. It would put in motion a terrible, terrible turn of events that would just, kind of like snowball one onto the other. You definitely don't want that. Good luck going forward. She can just call it all off. She's good to go. Okay, as I do this, from the FEMA trailer, I'm getting text messages from Wally, my mom's husband, my stepdad, saying, "Where are you? We're here waiting." Now, I did tell him, I go, I have some things I have to do. I have to podcast. That needs to happen. So I'll have to explain that to him. "Where were you? We were looking all over for you." I was here. I will be back tomorrow doing the same damn thing, freestyle on Patreon. I feel like that's important. Not that I want to give you all something for free. I do, but I can't because people pay for it. But considering that I'm screwing this up by not having the recorded version of it up, I feel terrible about that. I want to be able to provide people as much as I can going forward. So tomorrow I will be podcasting again, both freebie and Patreon for the world to see on Facebook and through patreon.com/Eric Zane. Or if you have me on YouTube, my YouTube channel, Eric Zane Show, you'll be able to get these videos on there, too, if you just want to skip Patreon altogether. All right, so that is going to do it. I appreciate you continuing to support me. My gosh, if you like this, if you like it, sign up on Patreon. I'd love to see 1 or 2 of you sign up today. EricZaneShow.com. Click on Patreon. It's just $5 or $10 a month, and then you can get more podcasting each and every day. I owe it to you. I want you to have that. I try to give you as much as possible. I would love to get just one of you today. I so rarely get new members on Patreon. Just one, please. One, I'm begging you. You make my day. Thanks, folks. God bless.